Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We're going to continue reading out of my Setting Boundaries to Find Peace with Narcissists and Codependents. And we're going to continue reading on Chapter 2, Narcissism and Codependency Dynamics. And we're starting on Behavioral Patterns and Characteristics of Codependency. Says everyone is interdependent to a certain extent. That's to be expected and even encouraged. It's hard to strictly define the specific behaviors that indicate codependency, but the main operating principle here is the law of reciprocity. This means that there's a form of healthy exchange, give and take, that makes a relationship healthy. The burden of giving doesn't solely lie with one person, but both partners give and receive based on who is the most need at that particular time. This type of exchange exemplifies a healthy and interdependent relationship. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to identify codependency because codependent people may exhibit various patterns in response to their environment and their interactions with others. Here are some common patterns you need to be aware of. They like to take control. This urge to control others is born from the belief that other people are simply not as capable of taking care of themselves. You'll find a codependent with this pattern trying to tell others what to do or even how to think. They often offer unsolicited advice, can feel resentful if their offer is not helped or isn't accepted. They are not above giving extravagant gifts or doing people favors to influence them to gain approval. As is typical of most codependents, they need to feel needed by others. They may try to charm their way into being seen as caring, but sometimes they can be stubborn and uncooperative. They exhibit avoidance patterns. They may even be evasive in their communication just to avoid conflict. They may avoid people who might reject or shame them for their actions. They are prone to judging others harshly, will go as far as avoiding physical and emotional contact just to maintain distance. They pull others towards them only to push them away because they don't want to have to be intimate in relationships. These type of codependents believe that expressing emotions is weak. They never show appreciation. They may be in denial. At this point, they can't really identify their feelings, or they'd rather minimize their feelings. They are very conscious of the fact that they see themselves as generous, committed to other people's well-being. Most of them do not have empathy for other people's feelings. They never see the other person to whom they are attached is not available or healthy for them. They have a poor self-esteem. Most codependents struggle with self-esteem. This makes it difficult for them to make a decision on their own. They're quick to judge anything that they say or do as inferior, do not think they deserve love or are special. They also have a need to always appear to be correct and will go as far as lying to look good to others. They think they're better off than others, may not easily admit to their mistakes. Of course, they aren't able to set proper boundaries, often run to other people for a sense of safety and security. They may be extremely compliant. They are very loyal and they don't stay in situations that are safe for them just to be close to others. They will easily compromise their own personal values, even their own integrity, as long as it's for others. They are also hyper aware of other people's feelings and can assume those feelings. They are quick to make decisions without thinking about the consequences. They will accept special attention in place of love. Which of these patterns are you familiar with? I don't know. I gotta tell you, codependency confuses me. And I have a bachelor's and a master's in psychology. Sometimes I feel like the codependent, let me express it differently. Codependents from this book very much, to me, feel like almost like a narcissist. So I don't know if the person that's wrote the book doesn't like codependence and had bad experiences with codependence. My experience with codependence is somebody who kind of just takes it and does. And I agree with the low self-esteem, staying in relationships for longer than what they should, most definitely. But I believe that the codependent and the narcissist both had very traumatic childhood, and they learned to adapt to become the people pleaser in it as a result of it, where the narcissist learned to become the narcissist as a result of it. It's usually something passed on from your family lineage. You usually can have codependence on one side and then narcissism on the other, or narcissism on both and codependence on both. But either way, if you relate to this in any way, again, like they said, they're talking more about extremes. They're not talking about people that sometimes might display this personality. But I'd love to hear about it. I love you all. Have a blessed day and namaste.